God, I don't know where all those echoes are coming from. Let's hope you don't hear them now. Oh my God, I got echoes. We still got an echo? Okay. Wow. Tech issues. How about now? Any echoes, everybody? That one's strange. Let me check my settings. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see what we have here. Should be okay. The internet is possessed. No echoes. Okay, says Marla Kelly. Good. I didn't hear the music or echoes, says Supertune. Wow, I don't know what happened there. I had it set up like I always do. It appears that maybe something is sending the audio to the wrong channel on the mixer. Wow, there's so many settings. Somebody says, oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. And as usual, without the echoes, drink it if you got it. Life's little challenges. All right. It had to do with my monitoring of my live stream and playing back the video through some other channel, but I had it muted, so I don't know where all that came from. Anyway, I'm here. Good morning. It's been a strange morning. Anyway, insomniacs all over the place. I never got notified of Kiltsy's little thing this morning. Never got notified of it. So I didn't even know it was there. And all of a sudden, I'm thumbing through YouTube and I see Kilt's live. I said, holy cow, it's the middle of the night in California. I never expected him. Kiltsy, if you were here with me right now, I'd let you explain. Why? Oh, wait.
The kilts, Mitch. Crazy.
Wow. What a surprise.
Well, let's see. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I don't know.
Well, it's 7:03 here, so it's 4:03 where you are.
And I was like, I woke up at 3, and I'm like, oh, and I wasn't awake, and my body was like one of those, oh, and so, but then I managed to sort of slowly make it up. I got online at 6:30 your time, and well, my phone's dying; it won't charge, and so it's it's one of those mornings. And then someone called me, and then the computer and the phone wouldn't stop ringing. I couldn't. I had to turn it all off for it to stop ringing. So it was one of those kilts. You're locked in some limbo land. That's what I feel like. But good morning, everybody. Good morning.
I think your tech difficulties this morning infected my live stream for some reason, because I started off with a god awful echo, and it took me a while to figure out where it just kept going and going and going, and I just kept pushing buttons to stop it. But I think we're all right now. How was the trip? How was your trip?
I didn't walk from Chicago to L.A. So I was at 400 and something miles an hour at 41,000 feet. It was good. They served me breakfast quiche and sausage with all sorts of stuff, but I literally had a little bit of sausage and the eggs, and I had pure internet. It was great. And here I am hanging out with Brother Ray and going to work and see how long I'll be here. I don't know yet, but I'm still in the alive category and going to work.
I'm glad to see it. Now, I saw it when I first thing I do when I wake up, and I was up since 4 here. I I look on the internet. I wonder what Kiltz is up to this morning. And I saw two live streams set, two versions of the same live stream set for 9 a.m. Are you still going to do that one?
We have a 9 a.m.
Okay.
Eastern time, 6 a.m. Pacific time, which
Right.
is kind of our new format, which with Alia this morning. I missed yesterday. I can't remember. I was on an airplane. And so, yes, that's happening this
Okay,
morning.
because it didn't have a custom thumbnail. It just had your regular banner, and that's usually what I see when you do your own live at 6. Is Alia back now? Is she going to be making
No,
thumbnails again?
she's in South Africa. I don't know if she's back. We've got let's see, Hyperion Carnivore Stephen is at 9 a.m. this morning, and then tomorrow is All's Welcome in at also 9 a.m. Eastern
On
time.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah, on Friday. So that's our current plan of attack. And I'm just again, I'm going with the flow. We'll see how it goes. These time changes.
Yeah, I know. So you planning on staying out there for a while, or you heading back this way?
Probably less than a week.
Oh,
Less than a
okay.
week. And then I'll come out there. It might be tomorrow. I don't know yet. I don't have any flights. And but the East Coast is my home.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do for you, my friend. Somebody's got to do it, so it may as well be me. I'm going to I need to put a tracker on you, but I need one that goes into the future. So I'll try to keep up with you. I don't know if I can, and give the Where's Kiltsy report every morning at 7 a.m. on my live stream.
Well, listen, I'm here just for a minute. I want to spend some time with Brother Ray and hang out with him. And it's Mitch and his new e-trike, and following Mitch is what I love to do. My good friends, and this whole carnivore space is a great community. And Kiltz is a little sneaky lately, but he's going to keep on going. And the 9 a.m. is kind of our solid. With Ali out there, it's a little easier for her. But I like to sneak in at 6 a.m. Eastern time, best I can, wherever I'm in the world, because the community just is hello, how you doing, and keep going. But
There you go.
love you,
I don't know
Mitch.
why I did not, with all of your stuff that I watch, YouTube still did not send me a notification when you went live this morning. I can't understand it. There's nothing else I can do. I can subscribe, hit the bell, watch your channel a lot, but they're screwed up. All right, well listen, thanks for coming,
All right,
giving us
Mitch.
Where's
Where's
Kelsey
Kills?
report at 7 a.m. It's going to become a big feature.
I love you, my brother. I'll talk to you
Yeah,
later.
back at you.
All right,
Back at you.
bye, everybody.
Take care. All right. Tune in at 7 tomorrow morning for the Where's Kiltsy report. Da, da, da. Yes, sir. Where's Kiltsy? That's great. That's great to see. He's out there, but I'm heartened to hear that he admitted that he still really lives on the East Coast. So maybe we're moving back towards a little predictability there, but I understand what he's going through, and I understand, and it's amazing to me that you could even you managed to even come on with all the traveling and everything else you're going through. So thank you, Kelsey, for coming on. Kills it on daily, says Jerry. Yes, how you doing? All right, let me get back to my normal. It's already 10 after, so I'm already way behind, but Mary was first one in on my chat this morning, followed by Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? Good to see you. Hey, Mitch, I'm calling on you to do a recipe on Friday, July 31st for the series When Carnivores and Keto Collide series. You are the best, and we can count on you. Okay. I don't know if I can come up with any new recipes that quick, but I'll keep that in mind, Jerry. You got it. Man is here. How you doing? Good morning to you. EFFM. Double F. A double-barreled F. That's when you really want to emphasize it. Brian Dish, good morning, Brian. How you doing? Good to see you. And Leslie from England, Yellow Rose. I think it's Leslie. I'm learning. And Brian Airy, how you doing, Brian? Good to see you. A lot of chatting going on. This was early this morning before 6 when Kelsey didn't have a live stream posted. Nobody had a place to chat. Like I said, the doors are always open here, and I'm happy to see that you came in here and chatted away. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. So let me get through all of the Brian and Amanda chatting. And Barry Simon said, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning from Massachusetts. Chat away, everyone. Yes, yes. And it just takes me a couple seconds to scroll through it real quick. It's okay. I'm happy to see you have a place to light. And that's why I work so hard to make sure I don't forget the night before to actually create the live stream. Because once I create the live stream, anybody can go in and wait for it and chat in the chat room. Jerry Voitis, good morning, Jerry. How you doing at 6 a.m.? See, everybody's up at 6. I was up at 4 this morning. 4 o'clock. Wow. Tell you. And once I get up at 4, I say, no sense me laying here trying to go back to sleep because I can't. If I see it's 3 something, I usually try to go back to sleep. Once that hour clicks over to 4, if that's when I happen to wake up, then I just, I don't want to say jump out of bed, but get upright pretty quick. I'm not groggy in the morning. I usually when I do wake up, it's usually like I'm already going full speed. Okay, conversation, and at 6, right after 6, we had Mike Seeley. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. And Peter chimed in. No kilts this morning, huh? Well, like I said, we'll try to keep up with him, but as long as he's out in California, you got to remember 3 o'clock in the morning out there for him to come on at 6. So if he comes on anytime between 6 or 7, somehow I think 50 some of you found him. So why not? Why not? And Peter's now joined the conversation. Amanda and Peter are talking away. Look at all the chatting. Peter, Amanda. Brian Airy, Brian, 6:22 p.m. and we're chatting away. Glad to see that. No, I really am. Really glad to see it. You guys have something to do. And Jerry joined in. And Jerry's got one more day of fasting, and I haven't heard from Gary lately. Okay, I see Robbie Autry had a question, and I'll answer it. Professor Mitch, could you please tell me what your video on electrolytes is called? Wow. It should have electrolytes in the name, but let me just do a quick search for you and answer that question. It's not what I want. I want this. So bear with me, and I will answer that question for you. We have to go. I have to search my channel here. Content, videos. ELEC. Electrolyte. I have there's a video called Here's how to save a fortune on electrolytes. That was my first video. And then I have one that says save big, $3 signs, mix your own electrolytes. So if you go to my channel and you're on my channel and hit the word type in the search bar electrolytes or electrolyte, ElectroLyte, you'll get these 3 videos come up. And that's easy to find. Okay, want to make sure I got that clear. Richard Williams, good morning to you. We're up to 6:30 now. Holy cow, look at this. Look at this. And Ryan Barry, Peter announcing that Kiltz just went live. Maybe I ought to make you the Peter. You are now of an official job. I'm turning the Where's Kiltsy reporting over to you. So if you're in my chat and he comes on, I missed it. So you tell him. You tell him. Oh, the logistics of it all. Hey, Mike Silly's here. How you doing, Mike? Look forward to seeing you today. And you, Myra, good morning to you. Good morning. It's going to be one of those mornings, guys. Mason is here. How you doing? Wow. We are all here now. And 6:47. The visuals of all the homeless roaming around looking for a place to talk. Max D is here. Good morning, Max. How are you? And we'll get to 7 o'clock one of these days. Holy mackerel. Look at this. Jerry, Brian, Airy, Mason, Banda. Jerry, Gilream, good morning, Gilream. How are you? Good to see you. Mike Rowe with Dr. Ovadia. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but Barry texted me this morning, and I'll probably get to watch it sometime today. I can only watch so much. I get bombarded with people sending me video links. Really. I appreciate it, though. Don't stop. But sometimes I can't get to them. Sometimes I actually am trying to have a life these days, build another mobility scooter, review a elliptical machine, tricycles. I got an offer yesterday for another mobility scooter. That makes the third one. I got 2 of them already here. I put together, I'll show you pictures of them. I put together the second one yesterday. It's really nice. It's more expensive than the first one. The first one was evidently a really, and for the money, it's fabulous, but it's really about as inexpensive as you're going to find. And in that respect, it was worth reviewing, the little blue one. And I like it. It works great. There are some features of some of these other ones have as far as folding up easier, transporting easier, being lighter. I'm learning there are no shortage of different brands of these things. I'm glad I'm not trying to make a living in the scooter business. Like everything else these days, everybody and their brother seems to jump into it. Thank you, Lambs. Thank you so much. Lambs has sent me a little PayPal gift this morning. Thank you so much, my friends. Lamb's name is Lambert Van Amstel. So thank you, Lambert. Thank you so much. And Michael Gilreath. Oh, that's Gilream. Okay, Michael Gilreath. Gilream's name is Michael W. Gilreath. Has sent me a link to that same video that Barry did, and I'll watch that. I'll watch that because I like Mike Rowe, and we'll see what. Not that I expect to hear anything different from Ovadia. Why would he change horses midstream? But it's good to see that maybe some of these people and their message is getting out there. I watched a video this morning. There's a guy named William Davis. Doesn't have a big channel. He's a doctor. And his main focus is on the cholesterol fallacies and the correct thing that doctors have been looking for. And I watched a video of his this morning. It was right on the money. He was talking about we're not measuring cholesterol, we're measuring lipoproteins, and the single most important thing about lipoproteins is to know how much small damaged LDL you have. You're never going to figure that out with the normal cholesterol tests and panels that these brunt of the medical community run. They are useless. They tell you absolutely nothing. You must run an NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, to separate. And without knowing how much of your LDL is small and damaged, nothing else matters. And he had a great video this morning. If I can put my finger on the link to it. I subscribe to his channel. He's not the smoothest doctor. He's not the prettiest guy. He doesn't have a big following, but I think that it wouldn't hurt to subscribe to him. Let me see if I can find my history here on the computer. History, here it is, and let me see if I get the link to that. No, I can't, because I was on a different channel. I'll try to remember to get it to you, and we'll get to it. Meanwhile, I'm still struggling to get to 7 o'clock here in the chat. Lori Watson, good morning, Lori. How you doing? If you got any questions, put them in there. I'll try to get to them. A lot of chat to scroll through. And thank you, Lambs, again. And you are the winner this morning, followed immediately. A photo finished by Lambs and Robbie Autry. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. And Jerry chimed in, and Marla Kelly. Rick, good morning, Rick. How are you? Good to see you. Carnivore Wayne is here. Sparky Donna gave me the best compliment on a video comment yesterday that I've as good as any I've ever gotten. Thank you. Donna said Mitch is the best carnivore influencer on YouTube. Well, I don't know about that, but because I'm humble. But wow. Thank you so much for that compliment. I remember it. I do read these things, after all. When you make a comment on a video, rest assured, I've read it and will respond one way or another. And in certain cases, I will adios the user, but none of my friends are in that category. Here we go. Yep, the tech issues. All right, now I want to try something. Because I want to see if I did get rid of the echo. So what I'm going to do is I want to go to this here. I'm going to turn back on nope, that's still echoing. Why is that? Why is that happening? Okay. Can't show you memes this morning, guys. Sorry. Because it's echoing back from somewhere. Do I have a window open that's... Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. I got an extra window open, which is echoing. So let me close that window, and let me close this window, and let me see if it's echoing. Is it echoing? No echoes. Okay, so bear with me, guys. No echoes. Okay, now let me reopen that window. I had a third window open with the stream playing in it. So that's good. I want to solve that so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. So let me go back to this. It's muted. Don't hear any echoes. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to unmute it for a second.
Booking.com.
And okay, perfect. Perfect. And I'm watching, there's a bunch of ads. There we go. Okay, now we're back. All right, so I fixed the echo. I fixed the echo now. Wow. Okay, where was I? Thank you for helping me with my technical problems. It was just another version of my show running in the background, which had in a window I couldn't see. It was minimized, and it was throwing delayed sound back into the mix. I don't expect you to understand that. Maybe most of you don't. Some of you probably do. Stevie, good morning, Stevie. How you doing? Good morning, Mitch. Was watching yeah, Mike Bro. Everybody watched that. What'd you think of it? What did you think? Did you learn anything new? Did Mike Rowe learn anything? Will Mike Rowe, in your opinion, ever bring this up again in his life? Kind of like we do, talking about it. Or is it just another show, another lunatic, and then get back to what I normally do? I don't watch a lot of Mike Rowe, but I don't think he's really a carnivore advocate. I don't think that's his main reason for living. Do you? Brenda McIntyre, good morning, Brenda. How you doing? Good to see you. And Danny, good morning, Danny. Took a long time to get around to you, but always good to see you. I did post your Boston meetup poster. I did post that in my this one. I did post that in my community chat, community feed. Meet, greet, and eat at the Fogo de Chao, Saturday, August 22nd, 12 to 4, $65. Email Danny and Barry at simonbarrye@gmail.com. So you can find that in my community post, and I showed it this morning for you. And there you go. Doing my part. Chuck Supertune, how you doing? Good morning to you. And everybody's saying hi to everybody. And who haven't I missed? Who have I missed? Michael Pregler, how you doing, Michael? I'm gonna say hi to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rick Estongas, he's having technical difficulties as well. His phone's been dead. Sorry to hear that, Rick. Sorry to hear that. Look at all chatting. Wow. Lori. Hi, Lori. I'm getting tired of waking up between 2:30 and 3:30. Yeah. There's something happens. I mean, if you try to study the biology, or at least somebody's opinion of the circadian rhythms, something happens. Some cortisol release or something. Some pre-wake up physiology starts to happen between 2 and 3 in the morning for most people. Most people, I think, when they're younger, sleep through it. But it seems to me, as you get older, it becomes very common for us to say, wake up at 3 in the morning. Now, most men claim that's because they need to go to the bathroom. But I don't think that's what it is. Because I'm pretty good in that department, I think. I don't have to go in the middle of the night, but I still wake up at 3 o'clock. 2:30 to 3 o'clock. And like I said, if it's not 4 yet, I don't get up. And sometimes I must need sleep because I'll go roll over, go back to sleep, and I have my alarm set for 5:15. Once in a blue moon, the alarm wakes me up. I'm reading, chatting, everybody's chatting, and I'm trying to read it. Roger Skills' scandals burning at both ends. And from the middle out, too. I'll tell you what. But he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Believe it or not, he does relax plenty. He does relax plenty. He's got, days are long days. He seems to cram an awful lot of activity into the early morning, but he gets plenty of relaxation. Danny says, can anyone else make it to the Boston meetup? Would love to see you there. If you can make it August 22nd. Yes. And this is Susie Marsh. Good morning, Susie. Glad to see everyone. You all rock. Let's make it a thankful Thursday. Thankful for you all. We're thankful for you too, Susie. Hi, Rick is with us. Hi, Rick and Lori. Question, Mitch, can you please play the intro music? My day feels lost without it. Well, it just so happens that I have it right here. I just have to find it. Where is it? Where is it? I should have that. Honestly, I should have that on a button. I do have it on a button on my mixer. Hold on a second. I did that. Let me make. Now I just got to find it on the mixer because I don't use it very often. Where is it? Here it is.
Let the morning sun shine in. Yeah! Get your good day started right. WEFM in the morning. Radio WEFM in the morning. WEFM in the morning.
Little exercise there. There you go. We take requests. So I'll try to remember where I put that. So many buttons on the mixer. So many different banks. Wow. Thank you, Susie, for reminding me. That was great. And speaking of exercise, hang on one second and I will get this up here. I did finish assembling this yesterday, and my son and my grandson came and helped me carry it in the house into my combination home gym and editing studio. And here we have my elliptical machine that I'm going to make a video and review. The one that Mike Sheila and I almost killed ourselves last weekend trying to get in the house from outside. Now, it's not that heavy. Well, it is heavy. It's heavy enough because you can imagine a full-size elliptical machine like you see in the gyms. But I got it. We got it in the house. It's a Yosuda Glide Select 20-inch stroke. It's incredible. It's got a knob up here to adjust how hard you have to work. And it's all got a whole digital display up here. It's got, of course, got the arms that go up, and in these two things here, it's got a pulse meter. You can grab onto that, and on the display, it'll tell you what your pulse is. You can get one I got on it for about 5 minutes last night. I got a long way to go, guys. It's been a long time, but this thing is fabulous, and I'm in the next week or so, I'll probably film a video because the company, of course, they sent this thing to me. It's almost $1,000. You can imagine that. But it's almost like it's basically for home use. But I don't think the ones I've seen, the ones in the gyms, that the commercial ones that cost $10,000 may certainly be a little more rugged than this thing. But this thing is really built well. I don't know how many of my viewers are going to want to buy it. I don't care. I don't care. I was just so tickled that they wanted to send me one of these and for my own use, and they figured that my influence was worth the investment. So I'm very flattered about that. But it's a really, Mike Sealy will tell you, it's a, what do we say about well-built things? Built like a brick shit house. You know, this thing is exactly, absolutely like that. I mean, it's really quite something. It probably lasts you your whole entire life. You've got a cup holder on it, and I'll probably remove all the left and right tags, but they got left and right tags stuck on everything, so you make sure you get the right part on the right side of the bike. It is really something. Really something. So I thought I'd show you that this morning. And just for fun, I'll show you, since we're all keeping up with my adventures. Hang on, I'll get to it. I'll get to it here in 1 second. I should have this stuff ready beforehand. You remember that meme that Barry made of me sitting in front of the house, in my used scooter lot? You remember? I remember that. This is my outside of my screen porch now. I cleaned it out yesterday while my son and my grandson were here. I had all that old patio furniture sitting out there, taking up room, and I had to put that out on the street for the trash man. It didn't take 10 minutes for some guy in a pickup truck to come along, believe it or not, and take most of it away. So that was good news. That was good news. Tomorrow's trash day. You can't imagine the amount of cardboard I have to haul out to the street, and hopefully they'll pick it up from all these boxes. But what I got out of my porch now is an e-trike. I got an e-trike, and I got two scooters already. So I'm becoming the scooter king, the Melbourne king. And there's the trike back there. This is the blue scooter right here that I made the videos on. And the new one that I unboxed yesterday is this beautiful candy apple red one. It's a more expensive scooter than the blue one, but it weighs half as much. It weighs 40 pounds, and I probably will be able to get it into the back of my SUV. It comes with 2 batteries. It's candy apple. It's gorgeous. It's not as fast as the blue one. It's a little smaller than the blue one, but we'll see. And then, as if that's not enough, I don't know if this interests you or not, but it fascinates me, this attention that they're sending me with these scooters. I got an email from another scooter company yesterday. They want to send me one too. I have to look at it because at this point, I don't want any more scooters that aren't really something special or have something that the other ones don't, as I'm learning about these things. But what else have I got to do? So it keeps me busy. I got this question. I answered that, Robbie, with the electrolytes. And Karen Field is here. Hi. Hello from England. She says, well, I'm not quite half an hour behind. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. And Barry Simon talking about the Boston meetup. So take a look at my community post streaming. You'll find that there. Barry's telling Peter, try black coffee for 2 weeks to break your stall. Yeah. I think we're adding too much fat to our coffee. I really, if you're eating fatty meat and you have a problem losing weight, you might check first. Are you adding 1,000 calories worth of fat every morning to your coffee? Because it does count. It does count. That was the basis of the controversy that involved Thomas last week, or earlier this week, was putting all the fat in the coffee. So Peter says, I hate black coffee. Yuck. I'll leave it to Mitch. Well, Peter, I would suggest, I know you think your role is that of my mother and to give me advice, but allow me to give you some advice. If you want to put fat in your coffee, get MCT powder and put a scoop of that in there. It's fat, but it lightens the coffee. You can actually froth it up a little bit with an immersion blender, and it's going to do a hell of a lot more for you than any kind of butter or other fats. Because the MCT oil is the best kind of fat. You get the 8 carbon MCT powder. I got a link on my my Amazon links page, and give it a try, because it actually tastes pretty good. It's not as fatty tasting as all that cream and butter, but you call your coffee deluxe. Well, the coffee deluxe is, I don't think, going to keep you from, and if you haven't a stall, that's the first thing. That's my opinion. My opinion. You're free, of course, to do anything you like. Good morning, Tammy. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all, good to see y'all. Scrolling finger is going to get tired this morning. Anthony is here. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Okay. Okay. Question from Jerry Voices. William Davis is the author of Wheat Belly. Oh, it's okay. That's who he is. Yeah. So many guys out there. Yeah, Davis is a smart guy. Smart guy. But his takes, you listen to him talk about lipoproteins, he is right on the money with that. Right on the money. I thought his name was familiar, but I read Wheat Belly, but that's years and years ago. Thanks for making the connection. See, I'm not that smart. I just surround myself with smart people. It's a good trick. Like Jerry. Thanks. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, William Davis, that's right. I thought that name sounded familiar. But he's an author, and he's a brilliant doctor, but I don't think he's like Chafee or Baker or Ken Burry. He's not the YouTube personality type, but he's a brilliant guy, and he knows what he's talking about. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Loretta Nadow, good morning, Loretta. Good morning, darlings. Have a fabulous day, she says. Okay, we got the echo fixed. That was a stupid thing that I did. It didn't make any sense. But if I explain why, it'll make perfect sense to you. The same reason a lot of people, when they jump into a live stream, have a terrible echo, is because they got a window open somewhere, which is playing audio into the whole mix. And I had my window that I monitor my live stream, somehow I had opened it twice because I was jumping all over the place, and there was one that was actually hidden in the background. It was still active and playing the audio a good 10 seconds after. Well, I did explain it to you. There you go. And that's what I got around to saying hi to Danny, and she got around to saying hi back to me about a half hour into the stream. Better late than never, I suppose. I try. Danny, Michael Bringer, Amanda, Michael Bringer, Jerry, Robbie, Kevin, good morning, Kevin. How are you? How are you? Trying to keep track of who I said hi to already and who I didn't. I don't know if we're going to get into much very educational, but if there's any questions, please put them in there. I'm going to get to it. And Jerry says, welcome to Child Support. Oh, what'd they do? Drop you, Jerry? I don't know what it would be like without you. But speaking of channel support, as soon as we're done here today, I will post the link for tonight's members live stream. Join the panel. Like to see some more girls. I love that ladies' night. So come on back, ladies, and join me. That was funny. And Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, and hope you come in tonight. Please, please, like to see you come in tonight. And everybody's saying hi to Thomas. This is Scooter Reynolds. Beginning to look that way. It's beginning, but I got room for more of them now. I really cleaned out my patio, and I'm so proud of it. It looks once I finally got that elliptical machine out of there yesterday. Got that old furniture going. Vacuumed that outdoor carpet out there, and of course maneuvering all those things around to try to get them out that door. And the bicycle is the only one that's really hard. It has about a 1/2-inch clearance on both sides of those wheels to get through that door, because I would not want to leave that. I would not want to leave that outdoors. That's for sure. Not that I'm worried about somebody stealing it. Barry Simon has sent me a meme, and we will take this opportunity to it's not a meme. It's a graphic. It's a graphic. It's an image, and I will show it to you. Where's Kiltsy? I like that. I'm sure you're gonna make it into a meme before we're done, but that's cool. I like that, Barry. Thank you. Thank you. Barry keeps me busy, man. Barry keeps me busy. Where's Kiltsy? Yeah. We're not the only ones who want to know, I'm sure. Aaron is here. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. Louis says, looks like Mitch is making rounds. They're finding me. I don't know. My God. You know who else I got an email from? Renpho. That name sound familiar to you? RENPHO. They're probably one of the larger manufacturers of these body weight scales. I've been using I bought mine about 3-4 years ago. The Renpho tells you the percentage of body fat and all that stuff. Well, I got an email from them. They want me to make videos about their products, and they're willing to send me all kinds of stuff. And I'm at the point right now where if it's something I would use, or something that I know, or something that isn't just turning me into Billy Mays for OxyClean, I'm not going to turn down the free stuff, because there's no money in any of this. I may as well get something out of it. I haven't even ever sold the first thing that people sold me for free, but now they're starting to send me stuff for free that costs money. Most YouTubers that find themselves in the position that I am keep it a great secret. I find it very entertaining to take you all along for the ride of how what happens. And it's like riding a wave. I'm going to ride it, and I'm going to let you into the numbers of it and what it's like. So we'll have some fun with it. We'll have some fun. I'm still a carnivore channel, and I still say eat meat every day, and I still practice carnivore, and I'm still getting better and better. And that's what's important. But I'm trying to, at least I hope this is interesting. I try to mix a little photography, mix a little music, mix a little tech, and just, life of Mitch is what it is. If you find my life fascinating, watch. If you find my life boring, I guess I'll never be for everybody. That's for sure. Josephine, how you doing, B-woman? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Frank M. Hi, Frank. The longest fast I ever did was a master cleanse fast. Did this multiple times for 11 days. That's a good long fast. Good long fast. Sissy says that elliptical is quite compact, so I decided to hear your review. I believe it will help you balance. Oh yeah, coordination, and it's a workout. It's almost when you start to go fast on it. I'm gonna have to get good at it, but I'm still a little clumsy on the thing. I've never really used the elliptical machines, so I think there's a lot of benefits to an elliptical. One of them is it's smooth. It's not jarring exercise like jogging, but it can still give you the same workout that jogging can. Thank you. Susie March says, your influence is stellar. Thank you. Thank you. And Jerry says she really appreciates Barry and my coffee advice for Peter. Yes, MCT powder. And I can understand why you might not want to pour the liquid MCT oil in, but they make it in powder form, and it's all MCT, but it acts like and has the properties of coffee creamer. And Frank M., what makes C-reactive protein test high even though a person is carnivore? Well, Frank, carnivore doesn't guarantee. C-reactive protein is a measure of systemic inflammation. You don't know where the inflammation is. It could be in your teeth. It could be that you just cut yourself and your body's healing the cut. So just getting a C-reactive protein test might be a very temporary elevation in that because your immune system's working, your body's healing, rebuilding something. The next thing is, did you get what they call an HS, high sensitivity C-reactive protein? Because I think the base C-reactive protein is almost next to useless. But generally, you still won't see tremendous improvements in your inflammation until you've been a carnivore for a while, and you're not cheating, and you're not trying to add in some foods that maybe are very inflammatory for you. I'm not an expert on that, but that would be my off the top of my head, like my hair went, opinion. And again, my opinion. It'd be great if we could all find a doctor that really was like William Davis, that was really up on all this stuff. But how high is it? That's another thing. Might be just a little high. You might have a low-grade infection somewhere in your body of something. I don't know anything about you, Frank, but that might give you a place to start looking. But that's one number that you do want to keep down. Because that's why the damaged small LDL particles can be so harmful to you. Is the body's immune system sends them to areas of inflammation to help repair it, but unfortunately, they're damaged. And instead of repairing the problem, they make it worse by burrowing into the cell walls inside the artery and getting inflamed. Even worse. It's not simple. It's pretty complicated stuff. Parameters are 1.3 to 3.0. The test results were 5.0. Well, that's not too bad. You want to see a C-reactive CRP around 1 or less is ideal. 5 is not flaming red, but keep doing carnivore and measure them, next time you get a blood test. It's not something you can fix in a minute, but I don't know what your history is. How much weight you have to lose, how much disease you've had, how inflamed you were. If you had measured it a year ago, maybe it was 20. So you may be improving, but those things improve slowly over time. There's no instant fix for that, but 5 is high, but not deadly, I don't think. But again, my opinion, I'm not an expert on that stuff. Susie Marsh says the Yentas will be kvetching about all of your toys. Susie obviously knows some Yiddish words. I like that. I like that. You all saw the meme that where is it?
Mitch, you need to wear a helmet. It's for your safety. A helmet? I'm not riding a bike. Life is dangerous, Bubble A. You could trip and fall. Who are you, my mother?
I'm your Jewish mother now. Safety first. Helmet on your head.
All right. I'll get a helmet.
Good boy. And eat your vegetables.
That is one of my favorite all-time memes. I know Peter has a sense of humor, but I was rolling on the floor when we showed that yesterday for the first time. Frankie says the results were 8.0. Frank, I can't advise you. I can only tell you what I know, and I'm not that much of a scientist or an inflammation expert. I know that my CRP runs around 1. So after years of low carb, a lifetime of low carb with some yo-yoing, my inflammation was generally pretty low. I can't tell whether most of the people in this country are metabolically ill. If you're metabolically ill, or you have insulin resistance, or you have diabetes, you're going to have high inflammation, because all that sugar and all that stuff causes inflammation. You may have other conditions that are causing inflammation. The sad fact is trying to find a professional who is knowledgeable, who didn't just pass his medical school exams from the cheat sheets. Impossible. Even the best of them still don't know the intricacies these days. It's all theories. And the best we can do is make suppositions. So it's incumbent upon all of us to learn the best we can for ourselves what the numbers mean. Take advice from maybe Ken Berry, or some of the really, what I think are knowledgeable doctors. But how do you get to these guys? They can't be your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I can't be anybody's doctor. And we have an inept medical system today. And there's nothing we can do about it. And ours, as inept as it is, may be one of the best in the world anyway. That's really scary. Try to get a plumber even these days. I don't know. we all need a guy. You remember that? Let me give you the number of my guy when you need this. I got a guy for that. Like Kilt says, I got people for that. These people and these guys are getting harder and harder to find in their truck. I had called a company yesterday. I had some junk I wanted hauled away. Right? I got 2 wicker chairs, a pretty heavy old table, and I needed to get this shit out of my screen porch. I called this company. You've heard of it. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. That's what everybody says. When you Google it, they buy the most ads. It comes up. They're the biggest. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I got an automated menuing system. To speak to a representative, press so-and-so. They wanted me to go online and fill out a form of exactly what I want so that they could give me an estimate. Oh. So I go online, I ask a representative, and I get this. Hi, I'm Evelyn, your AI representative. I can answer any questions for you, and I can help you. To which I said, can I talk to a real human being? And AI Evelyn said, of course you can. But first, let me tell you all the things that I can do to help you, at which point I hung up. F you, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and every company that is trying to completely automate their entire business so that they can stay home in bed and count money. I can't stand that. I will not do business with a company where I can't at least talk to you. I can understand these phone menus and press 1 for this, but I'm not going to have conversations with a computer. I'm sorry. And the AI is getting so good now that sometimes it takes you a few minutes to figure out that you're not really talking to a real person. You can ask them quick questions, How's the weather where you are? Where are you from? Where am I talking to you? How tall are you? The stupid personal things. And then probably figure out a way to answer that too. It's scary. So then I found a guy, I Googled waste removal near me. And I got these local guys. So I got one guy to answer the phone who was a real person. And I told him I said, yeah, I'm trying to get 800. I just did an estimate. I got 2 wicker chairs. Well, and he said, well, it's a good thing you didn't got junk because somebody I've heard a lot about that, and they told me that people finally did get an X estimate from them to remove, just a few things, and it was $1,800. $1,800. I said, my trash guys will take it away. I just don't want to wait for it. I want somebody to carry it out of here. Oh, no, we can do it much cheaper than that. When I got done with this guy on the phone, it turned out it was $500. $500 to come to my house and cart away 2 wicker chairs and a table. I said, no, thank you. Absurd trying to get somebody to do a job without you having to mortgage your house and spend your life savings on it. Plumber, drywall guy, anybody these days. It's absurd. It's absurd. So I was really pissed. So when my son came to help me move the elliptical machine in the house, I said, take these chairs, would you please, and put them out by the curb in 10 minutes. Honestly, this is not, I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, I come back in after, I'm going to sit down after we were doing all this moving around, and I see a white pickup truck in front of my house. There's some guy out there putting the chairs in the back of his pickup truck. What do they got, satellites? It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But he couldn't take the glass. And he didn't take the cushions. So now I got 3 cushions and a glass tabletop sitting out there waiting for the trash man tomorrow. Problem with them is they're not that reliable. On Friday, they're supposed to take all the stuff piled out in front of the house. I had some cardboard boxes sitting out there for 3 weeks once. They got so wet, I found they dragged a trash can out there and picked up the mush of what was left from the cardboard boxes. So we can't even get trash removed these days without making a big deal out of it. Wow, wow. Kevin says, does your e-trike have reverse? Yes, it does. It does. Yes, it does. It does have reverse. You have to be careful, though, because when you do it, the pedals go backwards, and you make sure that you got your feet on the pedals, so it doesn't pedals and coming. They make a big. Frank says I'm a 4-year carnivore. Well, Frank, I can't help you. I'm not a doctor. I can tell you that find a doctor that might understand why you got inflammation, or look into your habits. You may be a carnivore, but are you a proper carnivore? I would say 90% of people doing carnivore are doing it wrong. They're buying into too much of this bullshit, taking too many supplements, not eating enough fat, eating too much or not enough food, not getting an exercise. I don't know why you might not be in inflammatory health, let's say. I couldn't know that because I don't know you. I certainly couldn't, even if I was a doctor, according to today's standards, without having you as a patient, knowing everything that you eat, knowing your routine, knowing your history, how old you are, how much you weigh, what happened to you before you were a car. There's no way a poor guy, little old guy like me can diagnose you or make medical diagnosis. All I can tell you is you have to find out. You want your CRP numbers to be below 3, I would guess, according to their ranges. And you need to try to work. Nobody on YouTube can tell you that. Not Ken Berry, not anybody, until they have you as a patient. And then only if they have some realistic idea of how the human body works, which most doctors don't. All they know is there's a database out there that says if they got these symptoms, prescribe this drug. If this is broken, cut them here and stitch it back together. That's, I think, the limits of the average medical practitioner's knowledge these days. And there won't be doctors much longer. There will only be AI, like there is in the gut junk business. We can forget, if we're not doing it for ourselves, finding somebody who will be willing to solve our problems for anything less than an absurd amount of money. If you want a human to do it. I don't know what all these humans are going to do to make a living. Oh, yeah, I know. I know exactly what the humans are going to do to make a living. They're going to take over our country. They're going to legislate a minimum amount of money for every human being because, and we're going to become a communist or socialist country in a heartbeat. It's going to happen. Nobody can stop it. That's my politics for the day. So dig in, my friends. Dig in, my friends, and look at New York. And the machines eventually decide, why are we supporting all these humans? We don't need them anymore. And Terminator. Terminator. You and I may not be around to see it, thank God, but our kids or grandkids might. And if somehow somebody is smart enough to put a stop to this now, and I don't think they are, let's just enjoy it. Eat the food that we know is good for us, live out our lives, try to be as healthy and happy as possible, and let the future people take care of the mess they made, because we certainly didn't make their mess. My generation is not confused about whether they're men or women. You know, we didn't do it. We can't fix it. And it's getting worse and it's getting out of hand. Michael Pregler. Exactly, Michael. AI sucks. It's fun to make memes with. It's a good tool for the drudgery of business. But what it's doing is it's doing the work for people. It's doing the work for people, and they're not learning how to do it for themselves, unfortunately. Okay, 8:05, 5 minutes behind. Yeah, Kevin says for $500 you can fly to my house and pick up my trash. Yeah, it's absurd. This guy says to me, he says, "Well, we measure by the dumpster size." He says, "You pay $800 for a full dumpster. So if those chairs take up half a dumpster, it'll be about half of that." I'm saying, I just want somebody with a pickup truck come out here, haul this to the dump. I'll give them $200, but I'm not going to pay $500 for that. That is crazy. That is crazy. It's crazy what they're doing, but they're trying to make a business out of it. Somebody's got to pay for all that powerful computers and phone systems and shit so they can automate it. It's nationwide. They're probably selling franchises. It's a racket. Unfortunately, it's going to be all that we have available to us. If you better learn how to take care of yourself in this world. We are learning that when it comes to RG says, Mitch is a friendly keto carnivore doctor. You know, the closest I've seen to that is Ken Berry made a video. And you could look at, if you search his channel and type in the search bar something like how to find a carnivore doctor. And he lists different websites and things out there. But I don't think there's a directory in any given place. A lot of doctors, just for the sheer security of it. Let me put it this way. If I was a doctor today, the last place in the world I would want to have my name associated, even if I was a doctor that was pure carnivore, I would not want to brag about it. I would not want to have my name on a list of carnivore doctors that the American Medical Association could access when they decided we're going to put these guys out of business. Think about that. Think about that. Would you want your name on that list if you were a doctor, even if you were a carnivore doctor? These guys are practicing that side of their medicine under the table. You know, here, come here. You know, I'm going to tell you, you know, don't believe all that shit that is written in all the pamphlets I gave you. This is the real shit here. That's why we have such a problem. That's why we're throttled on YouTube. We're considered dangerous medical advice because the powers that be, the food manufacturers, drug companies, all the medical associations, the Heart Association, Medical Association, Cancer Society, Diabetes Association, they all are making a fortune from the fact that we're sick. They're not curing a thing, they're treating everything, and these treatments are lifetime treatments. And now they can't afford to have that gone. They can't afford to have our message get any credibility. Even with the level in the government and all this Make America Healthy bullshit, they still demonize fat and red meat. They don't want to give up the lifestyles and the incomes that they have. They're criminals. There's nothing we can do about it. So don't expect to find a directory of carnivore doctors, because the smart doctors, those that are smart enough to be carnivore doctors, understand the risks of putting their name on it. And if you don't think that these associations will come after you for not conforming, ask our friend Robert Kiltz right now what he's going through with the Fertility Association that wants to kick him out. It is criminal. It's criminal. There's nothing we can do. Save yourself. So I have a carnivore doctor, but here's the sad news. I went and met the guy, and I love him, Murray Kimmel here in Melbourne. But I don't need Murray right now. I don't need him. I don't need to go for a physical. I don't want to. When I have a problem, I'll call Murray. And I'll probably say, hey, Murray, it's Mitch. You remember me? And I hope you will remember me. And I hope that never happens. but I'm going to need him someday. And the problem is, if all of his patients were like me, he'd be out of business. So even though he's a carnivore, he doesn't push it on all his patients. He might suggest it, but if they resist, he's not going to spend all his time turning his patient into a non-patient. That's not a good business move. And these doctors, after all, do have to run a business. They got expenses, incredible expenses. So again, the reality of the world and the motives of human beings always come into play and always has to be considered. Beer Mitch is becoming like Rick. I will never be like Rick. I will never be like Rick. My greatest thing is to de-junk my house. You would believe the crap that I keep throwing away every day. No, I want to simplify things, but if I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, I got to put up with a certain amount of junk. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I very rarely like to sell anything, so. But no, not Rick. No iguanas, no ducks, no bobcat. Michael Prager, I have a big house over twice, and every room is packed. You have bigger places, more junk. Well, I managed to stay pretty organized. I got a lifetime worth of memorabilia, and that takes up enough room. But I continually look at what I can throw away that I no longer need to hold on to. So I've got a house now, after 80 years of living, full of stuff that has value to me. Most of it's sentimental, some of it monetary, but anything that doesn't is gone. It's gone. Well, we did it. Got to the chat. Got to the bottom of the chat, and let's see. A little happy music. I'd let you all say goodbye to your friends in the chat. I will go and create the live stream for tonight for the members community, and I will see you at 7 o'clock. Be there and come into the panel. Yeah, Barry reminds me of George Carlin's routine about stuff. That was a classic. That was a classic. And Christy says, have a great day, everyone. I didn't see you, Christy, before, but how you doing? Good to see you. Lori Whitesell was dancing. Brian Dish, everyone have a great day and eat meat. Right on, Barry, says Michael Prager. Josephine says, night, beautiful people. Bye, y'all, says Paris. Danny in Boston, bye all. Happy day. Mike Sealy, see us. Have a good day. See you in a couple of hours, Mitch. Yes, bring your cigar. Rough Carnivore. Mike, you won't believe how neat my patio looks. Rough Carnivore says, no, I missed the show. Hello and bye. Wow, there's a replay. Enjoy the replay. Lori, have a great Thursday, everyone. Barry Simon, have a great day, all. Lori says, thank you, Mitch. Tammy is still singing and dancing. Bye, y'all. Mitch Fitz. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Mitch. See you all, says Lambs. Anthony is out. Man, have a wonderful, blessed day, everyone. And that's where it ends. So, any more chats? There we go. Rick, see you tonight. Look forward to it, Rick, as usual. And here comes the end of the music. Yes. Cha-cha-cha. Take the rest of the day off till 7 tonight. See you then. Eat meat.